Welcome to Let's Make Waves podcast. I'm Rana Al-Basri Mawad, and this is episode 3. Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. Great to have you. For anyone who's new to my podcast, thank you for joining. My aim through my work and my website and on this podcast is to help, guide, and share with you everything I know and have access to when it comes to personal branding, business branding, and marketing for entrepreneurs. I want you to feel confident using the information and the tools that I share with you to take control of your own marketing and communication strategy to build your own business. Today, I'd like to start with a question. It's a simple question. What is content? And the reason why I'm asking is because there are many definitions out there about content. And I feel that most of them are focused on just information, as in content is information. When in fact, content consists of 4 elements: information, context, medium, and form. So when we have all these 4 elements, we have content. Let me explain it a little bit more. Information is your actual message. So is your message factual, or is it entertaining? Is it practical? Is it informative? It could be a combination of 2 or 3 of those things. Context is, what is this information supposed to help you and the receiver, who's your client or customer, and what is this information is supposed to accomplish? So why is this information being published or being shared? The next element is form, and form is the shape of the information. Is it graphics, audio, video, visual, text, etc.? And finally, it's medium, which is the channel or the channels that you've chosen for this information to be published. So together, these are the 4 elements of content. And every one of those elements is important, because without one, content is just lacking, and therefore it will not deliver on the ultimate intent. So think about it this way. If you have information, but you don't have context, then it's just noise. If you have information and context, but you lack the form, then you're risking losing the attention of your reader, or worst of all, losing complete connection. So in today's digital world, content is an important and vital tool in the success of your marketing strategy to support, build, and grow your practice or your service or your business as an entrepreneur. And that's why we hear it a lot. Content is king. And the reason why content was crowned king is because you do not need to rely heavily on advertising like how it used to be before. And it helps you connect, attract, build a dialogue between you and your audience, or you and your clients. That's the purpose of content. So this connection will build the like and the trust factor with your target clients, and that will help in growing your business. I mean, we all know that customers are more likely to buy from a business or hire a person based on the like and trust factors. So I wanted to clarify this point before moving to the topic of today's podcast. And I wanted to clarify what is exactly content, so that when we talk about content strategy, it becomes more clear for everybody. So today's podcast topic is understanding content strategy and why it is important to build a brand and grow a business. So we'll start with the definition. So by definition, content strategy is the ongoing process of translating your objectives and business goals into a plan that uses content as a primary means of achieving those goals. So the definition is really clear. Content strategy needs to be built on very clear business objectives and goals first. So without that clarity, you do not have a content strategy. It's not a strategy anymore. It's just content. And it's just sporadic, non-directional, non-strategic, confusing for you and for your audience. So before you sit down and go through your archives and any existing content that you currently have, and before you start digging deeper and looking for content ideas, looking into your budgets and see what do you want to produce in terms of content, create an editorial calendar, and all of that. Before you do any of that, you need to nail down your business goals and objectives. So think of it this way: your goals are your why, your objectives are your what, and your content strategy is your how. And from there, the construction of your content strategy can start. So this is where you hone in, you focus, you go deeper, and you start putting the strategy details. And you can do that by answering your how questions that are related to your business. Okay? So the how questions are many, and it's different from one business to another. But as an overall idea, some of the questions could be, for example, your business goals, your objectives. So what do you want to do, or what do you want your content to accomplish so that you can get to those goals? Another question would be, what is the content format that you are comfortable with and which that you can aim for consistency in producing? Another how question is, when your content is out and it's published and shared, how do you know if it was successful? Like, what are your KPIs? Or in other words, how can you measure the success performance of your content? Okay. Another how question would be, where will you get ideas for your content? What is your brand voice? What content you currently have? And can you identify any missing gaps so you can plan for content that can fill up those gaps? Another example is, how will you distribute your content? And here you need to identify what content you'll be producing for your website, what content for your social media assets, email marketing, for example, influencer outreach, and all of that good stuff. So I hope these example questions gives you an idea of the type of questions you need to think of and answer when building your content strategy. And to best support you, I have created a free resource that comes with this episode that you're able to download and to use. And in that free resource, it's a list of 85 types of content and formats. So the purpose of this resource is to give you ideas of what is out there and what type of content can be created so you can identify what suits you and suits your business or your practice, and what you can commit to when you're designing and you're building your content strategy. You can get your hands on this free resource, the list of 85 types of content and formats, by visiting the link of this episode on my website and downloading it. It's very easy. Just visit ranamwawa.com/3. So that's ranamwawa.com/3. Okay? Now, effectively planning your content strategy is an ongoing cycle. It's not a one-off. You don't do it just one time. So it's an ongoing cycle. You have to review it. You have to audit. You'll do a lot of testing. You'll amend here and there. Sometimes you test something, it doesn't work. You'll eliminate it until you find what really works for you and for your business. And when you find it, you start building on that. So this cycle is on, and as your business grows, the cycle continues. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. I know there's a lot of information here, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming, because content strategy will help you plan your campaigns. It will help you plan your messaging, create your content in advance. So actually, it will save you time. It will save you effort. And this overwhelm that you're feeling, it's not going to be there anymore, because you will not have the hassle of the last minute content creation or irregular content publishing. You'll get everything managed. So it sounds a lot, but it's not. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. And best of all, a content strategy will streamline your messages. It will streamline your voice, your brand voice, and it will build a continuous connection with your audience. And it's a consistent connection. So don't forget to download the free resource, the list of the 85 types of content and formats, by visiting the episode page. It's renamawad.com/3. So tell me, how do you manage your content strategy? Let me know your favorite tips. If you have any questions or want to open a conversation about this topic, the best place to do so is in the comments section on my website. Just go to renamawad.com/3. So there you have it, short and sweet, understanding content strategy and why it is important to build a brand and grow a business. That's it from me this week. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll touch base again next week with a new episode topic and a new podcast episode. So till then, have a great week and take care.